Hello and welcome. This is Diana, and you are watching Holistic Vibes. This is going to be a generalized reading. Take what resonates, leave the rest. But with the end of the year happening, there can be like a reflection of what things that you've kind of had on your altar, like what things have you been trudging around where you have changed or you have evolved, but you find yourself like reverting back to an old way of being, right? And like it's kind of like the picking up a brand new identity, but not in a place where you are blind to your past, right? It's like you are truly honoring the like where you are at and where you are vibrating and where you want to vibrate, like who you want to vibrate with. And it's a reflection of the desires of what you truly want to manifest into your reality, and the where something has been impeding the process of getting to the here, getting into the now, right? And it's a reflective shift of the uncertainty, of the impediment, of the not being sure of what is what. And it's like the breath in and the breath out of like the shifting. It's kind of like the what have been the arms or the hands attempting to hold on to in the whatever you're trying to adjust or however you're trying to be, you know? Like I think that there's a big shift in your overall component. And like even though there is like this want or this desire or this like celebration through the seeds that you've planted up until this point, right? The how you are aligned, energy, animals, um, and it's not to say that there's not like a resistant spirit that's there, um, because in truth, like in order to gain like this, it's like a reflected regalness. It's this understanding that you are divinely aligned. It's you're finally like your frequencies are, it's kind of like there is this shift of like this alignment that's happening like through whatever's happening to your third eye, however you are kind of finding your balance. It's like finding your, is it a pathway, is it a it's kind of a faith that like God is intervening in the what is happening. I don't know. I mean, there's something with like you cutting through the illusions of like the impediment of like whatever has been keeping you stuck, stagnant, like in a form of not executing on your heart's desires. It's kind of like something shifted in the reality. Maybe there's like this like a baptism or a transfer of energy, of like focus, of like the what you focus on you bring into your reality. uh, it's focus goes, energy flows, right? And you could be kind of like revisiting within yourself, like it's the plants you've been seeding, the how you're connecting with nature, the what is taking place in your creativity, how your angels are like planting those seeds, like through divine discernment, right? It's almost like there's coded DNA activations that are currently happening, like through sonar, through the allowance of like your own evolution, through like a reality, through like an alignment. They just said it goes like this. Um, so I'll call out some numbers, 23, 7, 28, 7, 23 again, and 31. And again, there's something that's coming, that's awakening online, that is, it's literally helping you shift into like the Empress energy, into like through, it's kind of like through the winter, through the alignment, like you allowed what things needed to be planted to reap the harvest come summer, come spring. It's kind of like you're gonna realize like how truly divinely created, connected you are, like by the song that you're seeking, right? It's like they're showing the swan, right, will pair with another swan, and when that swan's gone, it's not going to go out and look for another mate. It like essentially longs for the missing of that mate. Um, they're just showing me like a realignment with a magnetism, with an alignment. It's almost like you didn't realize like the paradigms that you were like jumping through with wild abandonment. Like you were elevating at such a rapid point that you kind of come into contact with particular souls depending on your frequency, and then just as quickly as they appear, they disappear, right? It's kind of like the understanding, like the wheels that you're working with, the frequencies that are shifting and shedding, and the how you're aligning with like your highest and best good. It's kind of like honoring the journey that you're in and your own wobble, right? And how you've dipped in your frequency and how you've then become the creator, um, and paying attention to that vibrational frequency, right? Because you are what you attract. And sometimes you have to co-collaborate in a lower vibrational frequency to anchor and re-pull those people into a higher timeline, right? Because they're kind of, I'm okay, again, it's, you don't know what God's light until you've experienced a vibrational frequency where you didn't feel God's light, right? You wouldn't understand the sorrows that somebody goes through if you would never have had sorrows and setbacks, right? And so through the regalness, like you're understanding the seeds that you've planted to get you to here, you've actively chosen which things that you're going to be pursuing in your frequencies, in your alignment. It's kind of like as you understand, like everything that you've chosen up until this point. And again, like me and my friend were talking, we haven't talked in a really long time, but it's kind of like you realize like that your reality is a reflection of like where you've been vibrating at, and the what, and a person is not going to see your struggles if they're unaware that there were struggles, right? Because normally you are going to hold on to that frequency of where you've been vibrating at. And if you're in an environment where you're constantly having to be in fight or flight, like people are going to assume that you are defensive, right? And as you move through like your priorities, you're actively choosing to forgive your environment, or you're actively like stepping into a state of friendliness or into a state of nurturer. It's kind of like the trusting guidance that you are given and walking in divine virtue. It's like you are the beat of your own drum. You are the frequency of your own alignment. And it's like your reality check to the people that you are attracting to you versus propelling away. And there's like this reflectiveness through like the angelic realm of the alignment through your frequency. Does that make sense? I mean, it's got it. Maybe you are going to start finding like hawk feathers around, or you are going to start feeling like your cosmic gateways activated and opening. There is this like transportation of like the energies and like your ability of discernment, your ability of like clarity in the mitigation of bullshit. It's kind of like you're all of a sudden going to like read the room at even more of an amplified rate. Does that make sense? I mean, it's for somebody out there. Somebody also could get pregnant pretty quick, just a FYI, for those of you that are conceiving. Some of you have to be very careful because you have somebody working against you energetically, that is attempting to keep you into a state of uncertainty about your protection. It's like you are always on defense mode and you are constantly like determining energy, or the impediment of. It's kind of like have feeling a lot of eyes but not realizing you're a medium. Um, that's something that you may want to work with. You may want to work with your ancestors, highest vibration frequency of white light, right? Like, and always mm, gain that insight from your meditations or from the encouragement of what is helping you grow and what is keeping you stuck and what is opening you up wholeheartedly and what is a false narration to an old karmic pattern is what they just said. It's again understanding like the seeds that you are planting, what your strengths have been, where your weaknesses have been, where you um, have been in a state of sorrow and asking for, and where you have fully, highly, and completely understood that you walk with Creator, right? There is a clear definition or a clear dividing line. Um, the what it's the seeing through the illusion again, the what is light and what is dark and what is impediment and what is false reality. It's kind of like people are going to start seeing through the bullshit, right? People are going to start seeing through the impediment because God's kind of at a point where he's fed up, where she's fed up. And those that are walking in divine creation and are walking in light are going to be those that are going to truly shift the collective consciousness. There's like a shift gateway of divine discernment, right? And anything that is of impeding or a limiting belief is no longer going to be present in society. It's kind of like they're going to go on their own island is what they're showing me. There is a shift in virtue, a shift in priorities, and the contentment of being a passive observer is no longer going to bring you into a state of regalness. It's kind of like owning the fact that you are the vibrational frequency that you are, right? I'm going to take one of these and then I will call that a reading. That's way too many. Oh, just one. So clairaudience could be getting really strong, could get ringing in the ear. You should want to be getting into like your feminine energy, your goddess energy. Um, again, that sophistication of like your gifts and of the way that you move in the world is really going to be amplified in you stepping into your 10 of cups. Like it's like through that shift in, again, it's the magnetism. It's the when you realize of what you are projecting and pushing out, and you understand that you are the magnetism. So if you believe and you shift your frequency to that which you desire, then all of a sudden your reality will start reflecting said desire. Does that make sense? It's really going to be the key to the way that you are attracting. Um, and that's gonna shift your reality, right? Is there something from here that I don't know why, but like they're wanting me to pull like cards from here. Uh, so we will, I guess, that's gonna help you shift into that frequency. They just said like through the looking glass. I don't know what that is. It's kind of like if you can dream it, it can become. It's again, if there's something with that, oh, maybe because it's the eclipse season is coming up, right? And so it's like, what version of you are you wanting to attract? Because once we realize that, like, our reflection is that's shown through other people, it can be your wounds that are being mimicked, or it can be your alignment, right? Like your alignment to like your vibrational frequency. You can be in a state of wounds if that's what you want to manifest more of, right? And it's literally like being and rejoicing, as simple as like loving your bed that you're getting up in, like the mental creation of like what is the frequency that you're vibrating at. How are you rejoicing in the moment? How are you in alignment to like the what it is that you're calling to you? Like how are you coming into your own frequency of said alignment in your own high priestess energy, in that femininity of like your actual gifts of like how you're stepping into being, right? And allowing that inner child to help shift your reality. Because a lot of people are not necessarily going to understand how you're picking your paradigm, or how you're attracting people to you, or how you're taking time to mimic and internalize the play for your inner child, or how you're connecting to the things that essentially planted the seeds in your reality. It's like you're literally actively going to be creating your 10 of cups as you're moving forward. It's literally all over the place. It's whatever pathway and frequency that you want to hold on to, that you want to feed in your memory, is going to be that activation in like the alignment, right? And so like the old wounds, the things that have kept you or your ancestors stuck, are essentially being rewritten through like whatever you're hearing, or however they're transmuting the data to you. It can be through pictures, it can be through snapshots, it can be through the alignment of your solar plex. Like you're going to start literally pulling the desired reality of what you want more of to you. So being very claircognizant and aware of like the illusions that have kind of been forced to you. Maybe you're going to do a fast, right? You're going to do no media. You're not going to take in any of the information from the things that are outside of you, right? And through that understanding of the duality nature, like you're going to step more into the femininity of the awakened divine like light within you. And then you're gonna start like understanding, and maybe it shifts by Valentine's Day. Maybe it's literally like you understanding your frequency in alignment, and all of a sudden, like, the discernment that you've been like hoping for is like all of a sudden dropped into your inner knowing and inner being. And anything that's kind of kept you in a state of like limitation is fully dissolving, right? Because it's almost like you're claiming back your voice, or you're claiming back your perspective, or you're putting your hopes, your wishes, and dreams back into the field. It's kind of like releasing the thing that had hold on you through like perfectionism, or through the what it is supposed to look like versus the what it actually is, right? And like through the shift in that awareness, like you're then activating a completely different paralleled reality. I don't know, this is for somebody out there. I'm gonna leave it there, yeah, because I think I said I was gonna stop like 10 minutes ago, and here we are. um if something in this resonated with you, like, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. If you need a reading or a healing, or you want to do past life regression, all of my information is below. Um, or you can go to HolisticVibes.org and book through there. Keep in mind that I am booking out about 7 days, 7 to 10 days. Until next time, be well and ciao.